So guys, as you can see, subcategory ID. So now we will create a route for this, right? So let's copy that and we will go to our route first. So where is it? Let me close everything and let's start with that route web.php, where we are creating to store the data. And now to get that data we will are using this edit. So simple, let's create one edit. Thanks. And paste this, give forward slash and get the ID over here, and we will use the same controller. Just copy and paste and give this name as edit. Simple. So now let's click on this and go to its controller, subcategory controller. Now we will create a simple function and view the page. Public function where edit. Let's create a, what we are going to do actually is we are going to get the data from the URL, right? So you have to give this ID and find that whatever the data is coming from this. So that data means, like, I'll show you. So this is the one, right? ID number one. So ID number one has Samsung and this category image name, and the category name it's not showing because we have stored that ID itself. We will just give a simple relationship and see it after this editing it. So guys, now let us edit this first and check with that. Okay, so now let's click on edit. You can see this ID number one as over here. So we are going to fetch that and fetch into our records. So for that, let's dollar subcategory is equal to subcategory model colon find dollar ID. Okay, whatever you have passed over here. Cool. So guys, now before this we are using the categories also to add it. Okay, for example, we have used something, see a category mobile and accessories, we are taking this, right? So for that also we have to show in edit one. So guys, for that we will include that category also where we have added in our main page. So let's copy this, Control C and paste it here. That's it. Now yes, okay, let's return view where we are going to do admin dot collections dot, instead of category, subcategory folder where I am going to edit page create. Okay, let's arrange this. Let's go to resource views and inside admin folder collections folder we have subcategory. Inside that I'm going to create a new file called edit.blade.php. Simple. So it's created now. So as it is in our index page the design, so same way we will copy and paste it. So this is a model. Let me close this model first. Okay, so let's copy this extension and now let's copy this other things, card body. Let me minimize this, paste it, edit subcategory. Okay, and then final, copy, paste, everything set. Let's load the page and see this edit subcategory things. Reload, Control R, So you can find it, guys. Instead of add and delete records, just remove this first. Let me remove that. Instead of this thing, we will give the same URL for going back. Okay, for example this. So this is the main URL, right? So I'll just copy that URL and we'll tell this as back back, and let's change this to danger. And now coming to this, as we need to integrate the form in this to update the data or edit the data. Clear? So for that, guys, now we will copy that main form which we have integrated our in the model, right? So where is the model? So this is the model. So let me close this row and copy all the form and go to our index page. I'll paste over here, Control V, and get the data. So category is already fetched from here, right? One more thing is missing. Some things is nothing but the form tags. So copy this form tag and paste above the row tag, row div, and close the form. Simple. Instead of subcategory store, we have to update. Okay, and give forward slash and concatenate the ID. So subcategory of ID. So this subcategory is coming from this controller of your edit function. Okay, so you have to pass over here. So to pass it, you have to use with function. Holy shit. Copy and paste. Done. Same thing, copy and paste, and copy this category and paste it over here. So now these two are passed inside this page now. Okay, so category, subcategory also will work, and this category also will work. So instead of, now let me show you. Let's copy this and start working on it. Let me paste. So for this now, values values, double curly brace, and tell this as name. Same step, value, not value, this is text area. Text area doesn't work in value. Text area directly it works. Okay, subcategory of description, and then images. If you want to fetch the image, you can use the tags and fetch it over here. Before that fetching, I'll just paste this also over here. So that is like pasting the priority one, PRI. You can copy this and paste. The same way status also we need to check. So to check over here, we can directly assign the value, right? So we can use in this format, subcategory status is equal to is equal to 1, means tell that is as checked, else leave it null. Simple. Great. So now we forgot a submit button. Let's copy that submit button also Control C and Control V. Let's put this into a column of 12 MD. Save it. After saving this, instead of save we have to give update. Let's copy this and update. And now form tag to update this, we are going to use put method to update. Okay, method underscore field of string is nothing but put. So put method will be there. Copy this your thing route, where you are going to use put, and paste this where / of id, where id is passed, and the controller name to update the data, right? So let's copy this and paste. Instead of edit, give update. So now let's go to this controller and create the function. As simple, let's create update public function, functon function update, and then start calling your categories. So let's copy this first and pass the request, because we will pass all the request. st $request comma $id also we are going to pass from the URL. So guys, now we have bought the ID, and same things we are going to repeat. So just copy this two things, right? Let's copy this and paste it over here. Let's give update. So before that update, let me give updated successfully and return and redirect, not back to the main page, which is that after submit, where we will go to this subcategory page, right? So that subcategory page, yeah, load it fast. Okay, so subcategory will copy this and we'll paste that over here. Simple. Saved. And now to give one more thing. Yes guys, so if the image is already over in your subcategory, for example, right now we have the image, right? So for this we want to store that image separately. Okay, for example, we need this image to be replaced. I think this two image came because of one time error and one time without error. Okay, what's this name? 36. Let's delete this. Okay, we will replace this image, right? So for that, delete and replace thing we have already done using file method. So inside that controller we have done, I'll just show you. We'll copy that and paste it, because to type it again and again it takes time. So let me close this and paste it back. Let's tell this as subcategory path and subcategory. From this table we are taking it, and if you are using this file, make sure you have included at your top, use capital FILE small file. Okay, so file, so this will not show that input is spelling. Okay, so this is error it's showing because of some problem in my extension, because you can see that it is jumping from here and there. So because of that this problem is occurred now. So guys, now let us save this and check. Before saving that, I had one doubt which we have already checked to set the image over here, right? So for that also we can use that from the index page only, where you can find inside your table only. See this, copy this whole line and paste it over here. You can use, instead of 50 you can use 100 size, 100. Save. Let's click on edit. Okay, so one more thing, undefined variable item, from where it is. Okay, you can see in the image, instead of item we have to set that it is subcategory. So let's set to subcategory. Save this, reload. Okay, it's loading. Cool. So it's showing guys Samsung, and this is the Samsung brand. Priority also is showing 0, and image also has come, and this is not checked, and update button has been incremented. Guys, this is already selected, right? So it should be always selected only. So for that we have to do one small relationship. It's very simple. To complete that we have to go to our model first. So let's click on model and subcategory, simple over here. So for that we have to create a public function, category function you have to create. So return dollar this belongs to relationship will use. Okay, belongs to relationship you have to use. Right now we will take this category dot php thing. Okay, so category model colon class, where your foreign key and the id. Okay, so this is the foreign key which we are going to paste over here, and id of that table, right? So now you have access all the tables. So for example, you can imagine as this is the table name, and you are accessing the name of that category. Okay, so now for example I'll show you. This was the select option. So over here you can mention this as your subcategory items, like copy this and paste. And what was your model name? Category, I mean function name category, for the relationship category, and your inside that column table name you have to call that. Simple. Let's give control R, and you can find at the top itself. Yes guys, see here, it's very simple. Okay, so the first comes over there, and whatever the category id which we have stored, we will call that and store it over here, because we want the default one to be selected itself. So default one selected itself means, I'll just show you that also. Subcategory of not id, what is that actually? Category underscore id, category underscore id, category underscore id. Save this, and that's all. The same way you can utilize for your front page, which is also known as, where it is, let's go back. See here guys, instead of 1 you can show that using this relationship at your page category of your name. Reload, you can find mobile and accessories. Let's click on edit. Now we will complete with the update one. So guys, now let us update from Samsung to Nokia, 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 Nokia brand. let's give update and it should go back, right? Let's save this, update. Let me see, without any errors it should work. Cool. So subcategory updated, and you can see that Nokia is updated. Let's check the description also. Let me click on edit again and see. Yes guys, Nokia, everything is fine. So and this image also you can replace and check. We will just test this also, otherwise comment will start falling that image is not updated. So let me click on this mobile update and let's test this whether it's updating and deleting the old image. Okay, so let's see, the image has been updated. Cool. Let me click on edit and view it, show you clearly. So here guys, the image is come over here. Now you can see that image has been deleted the old one and accepted the new one. Cool. So guys, now you have learned about the edit and update. Then final one which we are going to do about delete. So delete is nothing but we will just delete the record from the row, okay, but not from your database. So that is, we are playing with the status and the history one, right? So guys, simple. We will complete this also. So let's start with this get URL, copy this and start with your web route colon get and set with this category /id, and then copy the same controller to delete the data. Let's tell delete. So let's copy this and go to the subcategory controller, and now let's create a simple function of named called delete. So that delete means we are going to delete the data, which means we are not going to delete the complete row, we will keep as history. For example, we have already done in the category controller, you can watch out as simple. So let me copy this same code, so just to save this time, let's, instead of category controller, we are updating that save subcategory and pass the id in this $id, and instead of this category we will rename this variable as subcategory and tell this as subcategory deleted successfully. Okay, subcategory deleted successfully, and return and redirect back with the status of subcategory deleted successfully. Okay, so guys, I'll just show you a demo for this and we'll complete with it. And let's reload this page. So now you can see the status is 0. So let me click on delete and you can see a message subcategory deleted successfully. And let me browse this once again to load this page. Loading. Okay, and it will be set to 3. So 3 means it's deleted, as we have discussed in our controller at the first, right? So you can see that thing. Okay, so guys, simple. We'll change this. If you want the deleted records also, you can start doing with that. Okay, for example, we have already completed in the group 1. So I'll show you. See guys, now I'm going to delete this record. Delete. So it's deleted, right? So you can find the deleted records in the history. So deleted records you can find. See here, just now we deleted this. If you want, restore back. Okay, so this was the concept for better improvement purpose. So you can utilize the same concept in your subcategory also. Okay, you have to make it to save your records. So guys, now I have not completed with this delete one, so you can just continue with that same video and update it. Okay, so now let me subcategory reload that because I have changed the status. So guys, you can find this again. Cool. So guys, thank you for watching this video, and let's continue with the product model in the next video. So guys, please watch out the next, and that will be